Hey, how you doing, everybody? Another EDC video for you. Now, I know there's tons of videos out there. There's tons of digital media out there to help you with your survival skills, but nothing beats sitting down with a good book and reading. And I figured I'd do a little something different this week from my EDC video and do a little review of a book, if you will. And I'll explain how I got the book, where I got it from, and where you could get it if you're interested. I have a few different books in my library about survival and EDC stuff and first aid. So it's not my first one, but it's my most recent. And I'm really getting into it, so I figured I'd take a look at it. Was bored a few months ago, and I was doing some stuff and I read it, and now I'm rereading it again. So I figured, you know what? I really should show it and let you guys see it. And before I explain where I got it, that over there is not going to go away. If you hit it, it's going to turn cool and white, and it's going to look like a thumb more. So just hit it. Anyway, then you go over here, you hit that subscribe. So then you're subscribed to all these great videos, all the great content. You're with us every week, and we appreciate that. So, as you can see, it's the Ultimate Survivor Handbook. All the skills you need to make it in the wild by Andy McNab. So before we get into the author and all the fun stuff in the book, there's a little thing at the back there. It shows making fire, dangerous animals, first aid, heat and cold, and building a shelter. So it has all the essentials for survival. But before we get into that, as you can see, there was a little piece of plastic here. This bracelet was on there. Now, before we get into the bracelet in the book, when you went to school when you were younger, remember the Scholastic book? You get the little books, and you went to the little book fair. You went and got your. When we were younger, it was the little paper. Now it's online. Everything's digital. So, and hey, kids still go and want books. My son wanted a book, and he saw this, and he thought of his dad, and he wanted to get this for his dad. And I do appreciate it so much that he did it for me, because I'm really enjoying the book. Like I said, I read it and now I'm rereading it because I really want to learn the skills. I think it's a valuable key to have. Now, there was a little plastic thing over here and it had a bracelet in it. Doesn't fit my wrist. I have big wrist. So, I'm a tall, big guy, so it didn't fit me. But I really like it. I like the color. I like what it has. So, I just put it on my bag on the outside. I just clip it around the little handle. It does have a whistle. As you can see, it has a nice little button compass, and of course you have your paracord here, and it is a nice high visible yellow, so if you needed to mark a trail or something that you're on, you got a visible marker right there. Let me click it and put it to the side. So as you can see here, I got stuff in there from the other day. That is long overdue, over with. So, included a cotton wristband made of super strong paracord for emergency rope, invisibility, and stickers to mark your way to unfamiliar territories. So, as you can see, it was there. So, as you can see, just Andy McNab. Let me just see. There was a little thing. I should have marked it, but I didn't. Oh, table of contents, so you could see all the different stuff you can do here. You got about the author, which is page 7, which I was going to... So, see, about the author. As a member of the British elite Special Forces unit, Andy McNab knows about survival as a soldier and had to connect with the hardest... and had to continue with the hardest conditions. It's kind of hard reading it through a viewfinder in the world, from tropical rainforests to Asia and to South America, to the icy wastelands of Antarctica and to the deserts of the Middle East. Since then, his thirst for adventure has led him walking to both the North and South Poles, taking part in a infamous run ice. So there's a little bit about our author there, and you got the different book contain information right there. I'm trying to look over the camera instead of read through the viewfinder because it's really hard to read through the viewfinder. So as you can see, I have my bookmark up here. Like I said, I was rereading the book to show a little bit of it, but I'm gonna have to look over the camera. So surviving in the wild right there. Got a little chapter on that. So partnering in your backpack and all that. Now don't think just because it says a kid's book fair, it got really good information. So I would check it out if I was you. If you're into this stuff, I would definitely check it out. If you're into EDC, definitely. So there, look, you have your tips over here, tips there, and then you have your first aid and emergency kit. It tells you what you should have with you. So it does give a lot of great pointers. So cell phones, it gives you information about your cell phones and the signals and all. Campfire, using a stove safely. How to pack your pack properly, which a lot of people do bad at it, myself included. So yeah, we got finding your bearings, and then it has different stuff about using the stars, using a leaf and a needle as a compass. There's a lot of cool skills that I learned in this book, and I really liked. Surviving the cold, stopping hypothermia. So there it has how the body loses heat. It tells you exactly the ways that the body loses heat, so therefore you can stop yourself from losing heat. You got surviving the heat. So you go from the cold to the heat. Making shelter, very important right there. See, a lot of like layouts. I like the way the book's laid out. It's laid out well. And then you have your little nice real life type pictures as well as your kind of cartoonish drawing little setup so you could see. There you see camping and warming. That's what I got up to the second time I went through it. I should put that there. My son got me a Game Over bookmark because of the Game Over gaming mat over there that we have in the videos all the time. So got a little matching thing going there. So making a fire before starting, preparing, and then what to burn. Gives different stuff that will burn. Man-made tinder, so you'd have different tinder you can use as fuel. It shows you the different ways to build, the different ways to start a fire. You got finding water, so it covers a lot of the really good essentials when you're stuck in the wilderness and you have to survive. Got that. Making a solar still. Finding food, another very important part, because there's just so long you can go without food and water for sure. Insects and grubs. Fishing. Making a fishing trap. Surviving the desert. Rescue and protection. Rivers and lakes. Rescue someone from the water. And someone falls into the canal or the locks. On the ice. I've never been up close to a lock, so that'd be pretty cool to see up close. On the beach, so we do have beaches where I am. True story right here. He gives a little analogy of stuff. Easy ways and to escape quicksand. Surviving the sea. You know, when we were little, every movie had quicksand, and you would think it would be something that you would run into a lot, and I've never ran into quicksand in my entire life. So it's still good to have because obviously it's out there, but just saying. Surviving the sea. Surviving in the tropics. So this covers everything. Rapid action. Secondary actions. And then you have a little true story right there about a car crash. Protecting your mind. Just different things. Useful items. Coordinate and can have many uses. So it always has a little list on the side, which is cool. Wild animals goes over the different animals and what, sea sharks can kill 100 people a year. So there's all different things here. Snakes, which it's very good if you live in an area to know the snakes. You don't want to come up to one, not know what they are, and they, bear attacks. bees and wasps, storms. That is useful in everyday life because there's all different type of storms and stuff. Stay safe in a hurricane, so you got a little evacuation hurricane kit here. Tornadoes, avalanches, first aid, very important. Honestly, I would put first aid before the other stuff. It's a very important thing to know. And we do have first aid kits in our vehicle, in the house, in our carry bags. We have little boo-boo kits, but we always have a first aid kit. See? Frostbite, snow and sunburns. And my lamp went out for some reason. So there you go. The quizzes, you even have quizzes in here, so you can do that. Surviving in the city. So if you live in a city environment, important survival skills. It tells you a lot. Home Alone. Surviving a house fire. Elevators and evacuations. Surviving a flood. Surviving the blackouts. Crowd and choking. Gives you all that. If you're in a crowd, a dog tack. Being followed. Emergency bag. This is a very important part to have one in your house and your vehicle, people. That's why we do EDC. You got another quiz, see? Surviving online. It even tells you how to survive online, the internet, chat rooms, and all that fun stuff. And cyberbullying. This book really covers a lot, both for you and the kids. And I'm telling you, check it out. It's a very good book. So, we do a little something different in our EDC. It's a little bit of a learning tool, a little bit of sitting down and reading, and it always feels better to sit down with a book and read. I'm telling you, you got to try it. It's really a different experience than reading something online. So, there you have it, people. Ultimate Survival Handbook by Andy McNab. You should check it out because it's a really good book. He's got my seal of approval. So, like always, people, thank you so much. And like always, have a great, great day.